Welcome back. Welcome back on Sunday morning. We are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter-wise summary. And we are on a very most practical chapter. 17th chapter is very, very practical tips. Tips for happy living are given in 17th chapter. And the name of the chapter is Shraddhatrayavibhaga Yoga. Complete analysis of our day-to-day life from morning to evening is given in this chapter. So let us prepare ourselves by sitting straight. One of the law of army is be prepared. In the same way, for every project, we have to be prepared. As we prepare to eat, 2 hours preparation for eating, 15 minutes for eating. Then we also prepare ourselves for going for a marriage. Even going to take bath, we prepare. So in the same way, for next 1 hour for Bhagavad Gita learning, let us prepare ourselves by sitting straight, head, neck, backbone straight. This is a position where maximum energy flow happens. Let us withdraw our mind from all that has happened in the past. Till the last second, it has become the past, never to come back. So let us let go, learn to let go. How to let go? I have to keep saying I let go all my past experiences, keeping only the learnings with me. And this learnings must motivate and create happiness. Most important point. Let us withdraw our mind from all future anxieties, worries. Those who have belief and faith on God, they do not have worry. Let us withdraw our mind from present tensions and confusions and focus on the breath. So we saw the process, withdrawing mind from outside, focusing on the body, then withdrawing mind from the body and focusing on the breath. Let us observe the inhalation, exhalation as it is coming and going, as if we are a watchman, just observing the inflow and the outflow. Observing without judgment is a very important practice. Keeping a still and healthy body, keeping a cheerful and happy mind, keeping a clear intellect is our sadhana practice, which we have to do in day-to-day life. And in the 17th chapter, a lot of tips are given how to create this. Importance of a healthy body, cheerful mind, clear intellect. It's a sign of a sattvic person. Let us invoke God's grace and Guru Parampara's blessing to keep us on this path of happiness by chanting loudly, Om
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कवित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। हरि ओम।
Hari Om. Thank you, Lata Rajshekar ji. So we are doing 16th chapter. Very, very interesting, very practical chapter. We can see our day-to-day life and how to conduct in day-to-day life. That is very important. So we saw in 16th chapter, Bhagwan mentioned that Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Vyavasthitau. Last verse of the 16th chapter, that all your actions must be based on the Shastra. But the challenge is that, before going to school, before going to college, before getting married, before doing a job and business, we have not read the Shastra. Hardly people know what is the purpose of marriage given in the Shastra. Why I am doing a job, what is the purpose of doing a job given in the Shastra. And in the second last verse, again in 16th chapter, Bhagavan mentioned that na sukham na param gatim. Those people who do not act according to Shastra, they will not be happy here and they will not be happy hereafter. We may not have any question, but Arjun was listening completely. He was not listening Sunday to Sunday. Continuous Bhagavad Gita was going on. So immediately one question comes, and which is a very interesting question, what Arjun asked. So what is a question which starts the 17th chapter is that Bhagavan, I do not know Shastra, but I just told you the Shastra in the 15th chapter, no? Iti Guhyatamam Shastram. What is the Shastra? If you want to know Shastra, read 15th chapter, entire Shastra will be known to you. And then you act accordingly. But no, I do not know Shastra. I do not know what is there in the scriptures. I just listen on Sunday morning for some, 1 hour balance. I do not know anything. But I have faith on God. I do worship. I go to temple. I do some puja. I go to some Tirtha Yatra somewhere. I go to Kumbha also. But I do not know Shastra. What about them? So the question is very interesting. Many people, when they read this question, they say, yeah, I fall in this category that I do not know exactly what is Shastra telling, but I have faith on God. As far as possible, I try to be good, do good type. So now the question is, I have faith, but I do not know Shastra. Now, what is Lord's answer? He doesn't give direct answers. As always, he says that there are three kinds of faith which are driven by our nature, our swabhava. So, all our life is driven by faith only. Before getting into auto rickshaw, we must have faith that auto rickshaw driver has got license. Then before getting into aeroplane, I must have faith that that aeroplane pilot actually knows the destination. Instead of taking to Bangalore, suppose he decides, no, I want to see Kumbh Mela. He will take to Allahabad. Then what? I must have faith whether I go to hotel, whether that hotel food, what is getting, sambar, rasam, bath, filter coffee, whether the waiter has not taken out cockroach or fly from that before giving to me. How do I know that in the kitchen some fly has got into it and the waiter removes the fly and brings the coffee to me and I drink, wow, very nice coffee. How do I know? Faith. So when I go to sleep in the night, I have faith that I will get up. Then before marriage, I have faith that every marriage will be a very happy marriage. After marriage, I will become more happy. After marriage, there is more duty, more nappy, more nights. So everything is faith only. So Bhagavan says, now we will discuss faith because the motivating force which we have not studied is faith. One person I met, he told, I do not have faith on Shastra. I do not have faith on God. I do not have faith on any guru. I do not love job. I do not love business. I do not have faith on family also. Then I was wondering where this person is having faith after studying for some time that particular person's life. So now we are going to study our life. That person's faith was on entertainment and comfort. Whenever movie picture को जाना है, hotel में जाना है, picnic को जाना है, lot of enthusiasm. So the faith is there on comfort and entertainment. So now very important point that our actions are driven by our motivations and that motivation is driven by our faith. So in this chapter, we have to discover what is my faith on. No, but I have faith on God. No, but I do not know what is God. How can I have faith? So Bhagavan is telling your faith must not be blind. And that faith is driven by my swabhava, swabhavaja. And there are three kinds of faith: sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. That is what has been discussed in day-to-day activities. So what is faith? Motivating force behind every action. So I must ask this question, self-assessment. What do I worship? Whether I worship power, fame, money, purity, that we are going to see. Who is my idol? Who is my... No, I do not have any idol. I don't have any role model. I am my role model. And what do? I just eat, drink, sleep. That cannot be the role model. So who is my faith? And that faith must be unshakable, not that somebody comes and tells and then faith gone. Something happens and then faith gone. And then this faith is driven by swabhava. That is very important. So in this chapter, we are going to see very, very important. What is my swabhava? What is my nature? What is my vasana? What is my tendency? No, I am a good person. But who tells you are a good person? Nobody tells. Even your neighbors don't tell you are a good person. But he is a very boring person. So what is my nature? Conclusion: the faith of each one of us is in accordance with our nature. This is an important sentence. Swabhavaja. So swabhava drives my shraddha, my nature, my vasana, my tendencies, my interest, my insistence drives my faith. And my faith drives my thinking drives my character, and my character drives my destiny. So very, very important. What is my life? My life is driven by what my faith is. And my faith is driven by my tendencies, my insistences since we are born. And each one of us are born with different tendencies. So how to find out? Now here is the chapter which is going to give our assessment. That what is my faith? Because everybody thinks that, oh no, I have faith on God, so I am a good person. May not be. After reading this chapter and studying this chapter, my faith on God may be tamasic. Hari Om, this I have to note down. All the asuras and rakshasas had faith that once I do tapas, then Brahmaji will give me some boon. Shivji will give me some boon. Vishnuji will be giving me some boon for more bhoga. Not that they had no faith on God, but they had also faith on God. Very, very important point to underline and keep. So how do I know? So here there are 5 dials are given. On the car, there are dials. Petrol dial, speed dial. What is the speed? No, don't go beyond 80. Don't go beyond 100. Then what is the petrol? How much petrol is remaining in the car? There is a dial kept there. Suppose the dial is not there. Now today the dials are there. How much air is there in the tire also? How much heating? The motor is getting heated, engine. The dial is there on the dashboard. So here there are 5 dials given to us to find out what is my faith. It is a blind faith, or what is my faith in life. So what are the 5 dials? Whom do I worship? What do I worship? What I eat, very, very important. Bhagavan has invested on eating also. How do I act in my day-to-day life? What is my attitude before action? Some people will do puja for 2 hours, then talk very rudely to maid servant. Not having any good relationship with the neighbors, but I am doing 2 hours puja. Then how and what I give to life, what I give to people, how I give, whether I give only old clothes, old books, or whether I give something what I am dependent upon. How I control my body, speech and mind, very, very important. Even speech, how I talk, what I talk, how much I talk, all these things are given here. So first we will take yajanti. Then we will take in order what I eat. So this is a 5 dials are given in this to analyze our own life, because our life is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I get up in the morning, go to bathroom, we have breakfast, prepare breakfast, then prepare lunch and then see mobile phone, WhatsApp this, and again have lunch and then go to job, come back from job, earn some money, then prepare for dinner, have dinner, then watch TV, then sleep, and then again get up. And this goes on in between. There is school, college, marriage, job, business. So Bhagavan has taken 5 dials to analyze. So let us take the first dial. Yajante Satvika. Yajante means what do I worship? What is my motivation? So there are 3 motivations people have here. So from this we can find out what do I get motivated with? What is my motivation? Whom I worship? No, but I worship Ram, I worship Shivji, I worship Krishna. Now what that means we will see. So those people who are Satvik, Yajante Satvika Devan. So they worship Deva, Bhagwan. Yeah, I am a Sattvic person, but what it means we will see. So first of all, what is worship? Wholehearted passion, love, emotion about something. Wholehearted. There is no half-hearted thing. It should be wholehearted, which occupies my mind during the day. A person who wants to play cricket for India constantly 24/7, the person will think cricket, eat cricket, watch cricket, talk cricket, will not get bored with it. Person who wants to become actor will see all actors, acting, will watch one movie 25 times, 50 times because he wants to learn. A person who is interested in singing will constantly revel in that ragas, this alankar, this swaras, this tala, and what is the mood of the raga, what is the time of the raga, all the time interested in that. A person who is interested in building body will always think, what should I eat? How much should I eat? How much should I exercise? So it occupies my mind constantly. Very important point. And then I will have a role model accordingly. Suppose tomorrow Sachin Tendulkar comes to Ghatkopar Chembur here. Those who are interested in cricket will go to see him. Those who are not interested in cricket say, Sachin Tendulkar, okay. I like him, but I don't want to go. Narendra Modi came. Many people went, some people went. I am not interested in politics. So for some people, that particular person is role model. I met somebody just last 2 weeks back. The person was crying, actually cried. Why? Because Zakir Hussain passed away. Because that person's role model was Zakir Hussain, tabla, music. Still when people talk about Lata Mangeshkar, they get emotional. Because the role model is that, so it occupies the mind. So Yajante Devan, what is a Sattvic faith? So we are going to see now very interestingly. Those people who are Sattvic, their faith is on Devas, Vishnu, Ram, Shivji, Ramji, Krishna. What it means? Higher divine being, shining, elevating, motivating. Deva means something what is shining, elevating, motivating. But how do I know in day-to-day life? So now very important. Those who worship purity. If you go to their house, we feel pure. If we talk to them, we feel pure. Those who worship harmony, we see their life is very harmonious. They are very harmonious relationship with neighbors, relationship with relatives, relationship with in-laws, relationship in the job, relationship in business, everything harmony. Then those who worship beauty, wherever their life is very beautiful, their house is beautiful, their clothes are beautiful. Truth, nobility, sacrifice, knowledge. I worship knowledge. I'm interested in to read what is Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, Pramana Grantha. I revel in knowledge. So these are the people who are Sattvic, people who revel in Atman, Atmarati. Then people who worship peace. Wherever I want, wherever I go, I create peace. There are some people who wherever they go, they create trouble. They create disharmony in people's mind. So Devan means all these things in practical day-to-day life. So I must decide, I must ask myself, look into the mirror, that when I go out to talk to people, my relatives, friends, family, do I create harmony? Do I create peace? Do I create knowledge? Do I talk about God's love increases? Do I admire beauty? Am I keeping my mind, body, house, relationship beautiful? Is there harmony? So that is sattvic. So from this I will come to know whether I am a sattvic person or not. Yajante yaksha rakshasami. So those who are rajasic, they worship yaksha and rakshasa. So what is yaksha and rakshasa? Rakshasa means this Kuber's brother was Ravana. Worship wealth and power. There are people who get attracted towards wealth and power. They are not interested in beauty, purity, harmony. Those who have power and wealth, I like them very much. Because I think that where there is wealth and power, there will be nobility. No, it may not be. If it is there, very good. Power corrupts, and absolute power absolutely corrupts. So we can actually see a person's nature when the persons get authority. We can see everywhere the people who have got authority, some power, some designation, they will try to show off with their power. They will not be loving, beautiful, nice. Even when you go to ashram, suppose I have got power, authority, the people become rude. So, yajante yaksha rasasami means I worship wealth and power. Wealth and power is needed in day-to-day life, but I don't worship it. Worshipping is wholehearted passion, love, emotion, something which occupies my mind all day. We have studied the definition of worship. So the definition of worship is important. So what does people worship who are rajasic? They will worship celebrities, rich businessmen, powerful people, successful achievements in the world. They will go for it. Suppose there is a yajna happening, sannyasi coming. No, I am not interested. But suppose another businessman is coming, I will be interested because my role model is a businessman. I must also go for both. Not that I am saying we should not go, but whom I worship from deep heart. And then tamasic people are very interesting. Yajante pretan bhutan. So they bhuta ganas. So they worship preta and bhuta. No. I don't worship preta and bhuta. Actually, I am scared only. What is the meaning of preta and bhuta? Lower forces to harm people. There are two types of people. One who gets sukha by giving sukha to other person. If I make other person happy, I am happy. But there are other type. If I make other person dukhi, then I am happy. There are some people who enjoy by giving unhappiness to other. Suppose I create problem to you, then I am happy. Sense gratification, lower level of people. There are people, Asuri people. You see every society. If you want to know who are these Asuri people, every society, there will be one or two people who will be troubling that society. Something they will trouble in the society. Asuri type, because their joy is what? To trouble. And when I trouble people, then I get importance, then I am happy. What do they worship? Connections with underworld, terrorists, criminals, destructive people, frauds. Some people worship those people who see that person who did that fraud in stock market, share market. There is a movie also made. Some people's role model is that person. Harshad Mehta, I love. How he fooled the share market, government. Harshad Mehta is my role model. Some terrorist is my role model. This is very, very important. Now people are talking Ravana is my role model. For some people, Karna is a role model. Without knowing Mahabharata, Karna was a person who actually told Duryodhan that disrobe Draupadi. This thought was given by Karna, not by Duryodhan and Dushan. Karna was a person who told, get her from her room here, even though she is going through some challenges, get her down and disrobe her because she is your slave now. And some people say, no, Karna is very Karna. Not read Mahabharata correctly. When Mahabharata war started, first 10 days Bhishma Pitamaha was the Senapati. Karna told, I will not fight for when Bhishma Pitama is fighting. If Bhishma Pitama was Senapati, he could have fought. If both would have fought, they would have won also. No, nobody was a very good friend of what friend of Duryodhan? So connections with underworld, terrorists, criminal, destructive people, frauds. Some people like bad boys, bad boys they love more than good people. Mama's boy, people don't like Mama's boy. Good, nice, noble people. But I like bad, powerful, wealthy people. So these are tamasic nature. So dial number 1 is that what do I worship? Do I worship beauty, harmony, truth, nobility, sacrifice, knowledge, Atman? Or do I worship wealth, power, celebrities, business people, rich, powerful people, achievements? Or do I worship terrorists, criminal, destructive people, frauds, low moral? Faith guided by Shastra will be sattvic. So now we come to the most interesting point which many people like to discuss. Whole day I can discuss on food. We can see this when we go to restaurant. Many times when I go to restaurant, while eating, there is more discussion on food. What is there in that? How to make? What was there? What was there? At night time, I discuss breakfast. Breakfast time, I discuss lunch. Lunch time, I discuss dinner. Food is the most interesting. So Bhagavan said, see, very interestingly, Bhagavan knows. Bhagavan only has created. Bhavati Priya. Bhavati Priya. Food is something which is Priya by everybody. Everybody likes to discuss food, eat food. Some people eat to live, some people live to eat. So now here 3 dials are given. Whether I am a sattvic person or whether I am a rajasic person, whether I am a tamasic person on food. Actually, this chapter, this is a summary actually here, but I was thinking for last 2 weeks what to drop from this chapter and what to take. It's such a beautiful practical chapter. So we do many activities during the day: eating, seeking, giving, talking, acting, doing duties, worshipping. 5 dials are taken here. Yajante, we have seen now 4 dials. What is important to ask oneself? What is my mood? What is my mind? What is my belief system? Accordingly, I will eat. Then very important to ask, what is my goal and profession? And for that, what kind of quality of mind is required? Very important point. For marriage, what kind of mind is required? For doing a job, what kind of mind is required? For doing business, what kind of mind is required? To become a mother, grandmother, grandfather, what kind of mind is required? Goals in life must be aligned to goal of life. Family, business, job is goals in life, achievement, power, and this must be aligned to goal of life. If goal of life is not clear through Shastra, then people get very dejected, disappointed when they meet a failure in goals in life. Important point to be noted in dotted line. Why goal of life is important? Because goals in life must be in tune with goal of life. No, but I don't have any goal only. Just eat, drink, watch TV, mobile phone, sleep. So here 4 dials are given. Ahar, yajna, ahara, dana, tapa. What does this mean? So there are three types of this. So before we go ahead in this, we will see what is the importance of this. 2 types of results we get for every action. One is drishta result, which is outside, and one is adrishta. Adrishta is when I do any action, that action might create some success outside, but my mind is very disturbed. So that is also result, inner result and outer result. Drishta is immediately and adrishta is within. We can see the result here and now of ahara. Suppose I eat 10 gulab jams, I can see the result here only. Yajna, dana, tapa. We will see result later on. Next life, this life later on, which will be adrushta. But food we can see immediately. So we will discuss food today. What is important is we will see the meanings and then go one by one. Yajante, we already saw who, what do I worship, covered earlier. Ahar, what kind of food we eat. Now we are going to take that. Yajna, what is our attitude in action, act of worship. What tapas, motivations, what controls we exercise with body, speech and mind. And dana, how and what we give. Very, very important. We don't give only. Because whole time I want to take, aggrandize. Bhoga vritti is that somewhere I must get something from outside. I don't want to give anything to anybody. I just want to take. So how do we give? What we give in life back? So we will take food today. We will see whether food can be covered. So very, very interesting pointers in food Bhagwan is given in the 17th chapter. So what is a sattvic food and what it does? So here pointers are given. What is my taste cultivated by us? What is my interest in food? Why do I eat? No, I eat for taste. Those people who are sports people, they will eat for energy, health. Those people who are bodybuilders, those people who are boxers. No, but I am not a bodybuilder, boxer. So I eat only for taste, not for health. So health doesn't come because health is given by food. So what is my faith can be determined from this. So Bhagavan has given some pointers. So Bhagavan is saying that follow Shastra. Satvika Priya, those people who are sattvic, this kind of food will be dear to them. Dear. I will eat other food, but this will be more dear to them. That food which enhances Vivardhana. 6 dials are given. Ayu, Sattva, Bala, Arogya, Sukha, Priti, Vivardhana. So there are 6 dials given. 6 dials. First dial is the food must give longevity. Quality of our life must be better when I eat that food. So I must ask myself that what kind of food I'm eating. Papada, depla, dhokla, pizza. Then it will not give me longevity. Very, very here actually this verse must be put up in all hospitals, in heart hospital, because Bhagavan says here is that we must eat what is good for the heart. What is good for my heart? The heart should pump properly, kidneys should function properly, brain should function properly. So first in the sense, what kind of food? Bhagavan has given that also. What kind of food will increase my ayu? But no, I don't want to live more. It is not about living more. Whatever time I live, I was born healthy, I must die healthy. I must remove this myth from my mind that no, old age means suffering. Old age means I cannot walk. Old age means I cannot go out. There are people at the 80 who are running 20 kilometers because they are eating properly. Sattva, inner vitality of the mind, subtle intelligence. So I must eat sattvic food. We will discuss what is sattvic food. Balam, our body strength, stamina and stretch. Our body strength must increase after eating. So I must check, ask how many vitamins are there, what is the protein content in this, what is the vitamin content, and then eat. Suppose I eat only for taste, then I do not know what is the protein vitamin content, then the body strength, stamina and stretch will not be there. So then there is a backache, there is arthritis, there is then this is paining, that is paining, cannot sit down, cannot walk, cannot run properly, cannot do anything because I have not been eating vitamins and proteins. I am only eating whatever I love, whatever I like. So I must ask that whether this food is going to give me strength at the body level, whether it is going to increase my longevity, whether it is sattvic, it is going to create that subtle intelligence, arogyam, overall health. What is health defined in our Shastra? Just last week I was hearing one person, he was a Ayurveda Acharya, he was telling what is the definition of health? Diseaselessness is called as health. There is no dis-ease. I'm at ease. My brain is at ease, my hands are at ease, my neck is at ease, my spinal cord is at ease, my thighs are at ease, my knees are at ease, my stomach is at ease, my kidneys are at ease. Everything is at ease. Dis-ease. Disease is not some typhoid only that. Disease means every part is ease. Arogyam. Ayu Sattva Bala Arogyam Sukha Priti Vivardhana. Sukha, happiness. While eating, I must feel joyous, loving, pleasant. Otherwise, after eating, I feel so heavy that I want to sleep for 2 hours. Inertia comes. So, very, very important that who is giving us food, what is the bhavana of the other person who is serving the food. While eating also, I must enjoy. Otherwise, some people will make food for 2 hours but eat in 2 minutes while watching TV and mobile phone. And then while watching on mobile phone, I'm seeing at some earthquake happening, some murder happening, some horror movie and eating food. I'm not feeling joyous. I'm not feeling loving. And that is the reason why we show Naivedya to Bhagwan. And then I eat. Then I feel happy about myself. Then I feel loving, pleasant mood. So I must create this before eating and then eat. Not eat in tension. Those who are working, those who are in job and business, we should observe how they eat. They eat one hand coffee, one hand mobile phone, another hand on food, and then I'm eating. In between coffee, then food, then mobile phone, then talking on telephone, and I'm having food. Not loving, not joyous, not pleasant. Preeti, joy after eating the food, light, cheerfulness, satisfaction. Actually, after eating food, I must feel more energetic, more lighter. Otherwise, after eating food, I feel heavy. I must be satisfied. How is sattvic food? Rasya, Snigna, Sthira, Rudaya, Ahara, Sattvika. So, what is sattvic food also is defined here by Bhagwan. Rasya, juicy, it must be juicy. So, fruits are juicy. Snigdha, it must be, what you call like ghee. There must be some not very dry. Then sthira, nourishing. I must ask all these questions, especially those who are preparing the food. They must read this, keep this 8th verse of 17th chapter. We must type and keep in our kitchen, where we are making the food above the stove, wherever we are making, so that we know. Then hridaya, as I was telling, pleasing, good to heart. The heart blockages happen because of I'm eating too much of cheese, too much of something which is blocking, too much of acidic food creates heart blockages. So it must be juicy, it must be snigdha, it must be sthira, it must be pleasing to heart. Now what is rajasic food? Very, very interesting. Bhagwan is given in detail. Samosa, vada, pickle. The pronunciation also is very interesting. Katu, Amla, Lavana, Kyushna, Tikshna, Ruksha, Vidahina. Suppose we read like that, this is how Bhagavan has given Rajasic food. Ahara, Rajasa, Seshta. And what it creates? Dukkha and Shoka. So food dear to Rajasic type. Excessive in something. Some people will sit for food and next to them there will be one salt, you know, salt bottle they will keep, because whatever whoever gives they will put more salt. Excessive salt, excessive sugar, excessive amla, khatta they want, excessive, what do you call, Hot they want. Katu means bitter. Amla means sour, acidic. Lavana means saline. Atyushna means excessively hot outside. Tikshna, pungent and spicy. Ruksha, dry. I know some people, they will take rice. In that rice, they will be only pickle. And that pickle will be the most Andhra pickle. Is very hot. Then vidahina, burning. When I eat, then there is burning in the chest. And when I go to toilet also, there is burning next day morning. Result of above. Dukkha, shoka, sorrow, regret that I ate that, because this food what I eat, it may be very tasty, but not good for a person who wants to study scriptures, who want to meditate, who want to be very peaceful, who want to, go into subtle aspects of our own personality. Because when I sit for meditation, I will realize that my mind is gross. Very important point to note why it has been mentioned. I can eat all these things if my goal is not to meditate. If my goal is not to go for permanent happiness, then I can eat anything. Discomfort after eating, regret. Like many times when we go to, marriage ceremony, there are 100 items buffet. पेट भर जाता है, मन नहीं भरता. Then I eat one more, two more, because there are 5, 7 sweets. So I want to taste this. And then after eating, that time I feel good for 5, 10 minutes. After eating, then next 2, 3 hours, I am in discomfort. Amaya, disease giving long term. This will give disease in long term. Actually, they say that 70 to 80% diseases are caused by food only. The food what we eat. Suppose we change the food, our many diseases will go viral, we can't do anything. But suppose my immunity is not good, again the viral infection will be most troubling to me, because my immunity is low, because I am not eating food which is having more proteins and vitamins. So very interesting description by Lord, that what is Rajasic food? Sorrow while eating, discomfort after eating, and disease in long term. What is Tamasic food? Yatayamam, stale. So now if we see, Bhagwan has described, because he knew that people will discover fridge. There are people who will make chapatis and eat for 1 month. Then they will make dal, they will eat for 1 week. Because now they say the culture is fridge and oven, fridge and oven, fridge and oven. So in 24 hours, there are 8 yamas, that which is already gone, not properly cooked, is tamasic. That which is like earlier days, suppose we see our mother, parents and their parents, they used to make fresh, eat there and finish. Then again they have to make it. So not overcooked, not less cooked. Number 2. Third, it must be fresh. It must not be stale. Otherwise, if we see, most of the time when we go outside, they take something from the fridge, then they heat it up and then give it us. According to Lord, this food is tamasic. It is not good for a spiritual sadhak. Very important to note. If I am not a spiritual sadhak, if my goal is not highest truth or permanent unbroken happiness, then I can eat anything. But this food will not give us the spiritual growth. Best food is which requires minimal cooking and minimum digestion. Very important point to note. That food which takes lot of time for cooking, that food will take lot of time for digestion in the stomach. That's the reason non-veg, for cooking it takes hours. For non-veg to get out of our system, it will take 24 hours. That's the reason when a person is in ICU and the person comes out of some big operation, then the doctor tells him, okay, give him fruit juice or, little liquid khichdi. Why? Because it is easy to digest. That time, no doctor does, okay, give him chicken masala, two samosa, vada pav, and two pizza. No, no, no. So it is very easy to digest. Carnivorous and herbivorous animals' internal systems are different. They are very acidic. So they are able to eat directly raw meat and then digest. Human beings are different. Our kidneys, liver, function, intestine, big intestine, they are made differently. Gata rasam, essence less, taste less food. India is the only country where so many spices are grown. One of the research recently shows that, because we eat so much of spices, so many things go inside which are good for our body. Essence less, taste less means what? Completely the essence is taken out. So when we completely boil or cook the food, the all essence goes and we eat essence less, tasteless food. No vitamin, no proteins. Off-season fruits. Earlier days, guava, watermelon, mangoes, we used to get only in that season. Now, yesterday I saw, since last month, mangoes are available from January only. Otherwise, we remember mango we eat only in the month of May, 15th April to 15th April to 15th May, hapus. But now, 6 months, 5 months we get mangoes. Puti, putrid, foul smelling, fish, non-veg, onion, garlic, liquor. Bhagavan says this is tasty. This might be tasty, but this is tamasic. False logic. What is the false logic given here? It has medicinal value, but we don't eat as medicine. People say, no, no, but this onion, garlic is medicinal, no? But we don't eat as a medicine. So those who are spiritual sadhak, they will generally try to avoid onion and garlic because it creates rajas. If I want to sit still, meditate for long time, I will avoid tamasic and rajasic food. Otherwise, I can eat. If my goal is not spiritual, goal of life, what Bhagavan has given, param padam, then I can eat. Bhagavan only has created all this food. Paryushitam, rotten, cooked and kept overnight, fridge and microwave culture. This food is tamasic. Uchishtam, refused or jhuta. Because, people see what is happening in jhuta food. See, today we know that, so many viruses can get transferred. So much of our thought process goes into food that gets transferred. So this is called as a tamasic food. Leftover food while cooking. So it is good that we don't waste the food, but all the time eating leftover food. Morning food I eat at night, night food I eat in the morning. Monks do not eat touched food. Once I had gone to Siddhabari, there, we can give bhiksha to a lot of monks. So there were 100 monks. So I told I want to serve. So I started serving, and while serving, I was serving dal. My dal, that spoon, big spoon, I was pouring into that particular monk's katori. He told, don't touch it, because I was touching the katori. He told, don't touch the katori. You put from top, because they are on the path of purification, because so many things get transferred from the food. Amedhyam, impure, not fit for offering to God. So that's the reason we must see whether this food I can show Naivedya, that only I must eat. No, this food I will not show Naivedya, but I will eat, and it is not pure. So what are the R Shuddhi parameters? What is the purpose of eating? I must ask. What kind of food I like? What quantity am I eating at what time? Breakfast must be like a king, lunch must be like a prince, dinner must be like a pauper. If it is opposite, then it will show up on our body. Is it giving me health, happiness, strength, peace, cheerful energy? The food is giving all these things. That's the reason they say that some people are not able to perform better. Some people are not happy. Some people are always frustrated and irritated. Some people are angry because you're not eating the right kind of food. What is my eating source? Eating source means how am I earning money? If I'm earning money from wrong source and buying food and eating, it will create that particular energy in myself. So that source of buying food must be noble. What is my temperament before eating, while eating, after eating? And that's the reason we say what? Annadata Sukhi Bhava. Then we have added one more also. Paka Karta Sukhi Bhava. Then we have added one more also. Anna Bhokta Sukhi Bhava. And then Anna Sahayak Sukhi Bhava, because so many people have worked for one cup of tea to come on my table. That tea was made in Assam, then they were packed, then somebody packed it, then it went into some truck, that truck driver, and then it was delivered to distributor, distributor to retailer, retailer to DMart, then DMart person will come. So Anna Sahayak Sukhi Bhava, all these people, there are 15 people have worked for one teacup to come on my table. What is cook's temperament? Very, very important. Who is cooking the food? Suppose somebody is cooking only for money, somebody is very angry and cooking the food, khalo khan. And then it will not work for, that's the reason this Swaminarayan cult, they don't eat food outside because we do not know what is a cook's temperament. Suppose the waiters and the cooks are not paid properly the salary, their temperament is like that when we go to hotel. Building material must be good. What kind of quality of food we eat? Swami Tapohanji was very strict with food. Even somebody went with Charana, I want to buy salt. He told, you have come here to eat food. He used to put all food in the Ganga river and then eat. Bland. 3 parts of food. That we will take it next time. Why this is important for spiritual sadhak? Very, very important. Food is very, very important. So Bhagavan has given in detail. That goal is very important. If my goal is not spiritual, then I can eat anything. But if my goal is spiritual enlightenment, spiritual growth, then I must be careful of what am I eating and all these pointers, what are very important. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om.